Hi Stampers. I thought I would share this card with you today. This is Linda Goldhurst from Snowberry Stampers. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I wanted to show you how I made this adorable little fun fold card. And it was really a lot of fun to do and very simple. So let's get started. So the supplies that I used, let's put this over here. The supplies that I used for this card are the little treat die box. Okay, I used the box, but I only used this portion here, so like right here. Okay, yeah, you get the idea. Okay, and I used the Plaid Tidings DSP. I also pulled out the Country Home stamp set. Right, I did some masking. I used the Cinnamon Cider ribbon, and this is from the 2020-2022 in colors. Say that 3 times fast. Okay. You've got Memento ink. We've got the embossing folder Tasteful Textiles. We have any kind of gems. I didn't use these last year, and I know they're no longer in the catalog, but any color that goes with either the Pretty Peacock or the Pool Party or any of the colors that you use in the blends would work. So I just have 2 of the little butterflies here. And then I used some blends. And I will show you. So we used Cajun Craze, Dark and Light, Cinnamon Cider, Dark and Light, Basic Gray. I used only the dark Old Olive. I ended up only using the dark Mango Melody. And then I used the Color Lifter. So let me show you how I did that. So what I did is I stamped the milk can, and then I masked it. And then I used the floral stamp set, and I set it down a little bit further so it really did look like it was coming out of the top of the can. All right, and then when I went to color, and I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me color, I did the dark around the outside of the can, and then I used the lighter to pull it in, and then I just left a rough white line down the center just to give it that look of being round. All right. These are those wooden elements that I colored in Cinnamon Cider. Now on the puffs of cotton, rather than just leave them white, I put a little gray at the base of each cotton puff, and then I used the Color Lifter to swirl that around. So ever so lightly, just a touch of gray, and it just gives a little bit more dimension to the cotton rather than leaving it a flat white. All right. So I have a base of Pretty Peacock, 8.5 by 11, scored at 4 1/4. I have my piece of Pool Party that I ran through the Tasteful Textures embossing folder. And let's put these away. I used green glue to do this just because I'm out of seal. I'm waiting for that to come in, and then so green glue is my adhesive of choice. I will mount that centered here. Okay. So for the inside, I have a piece of Pool Party and a piece of white that I'm going to adhere together. And just a little tiny border. So the layer inside is 4 by 5 1/4, and the layer of white is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. All right, now before mounting this on the inside, you want to run your die through the DSP. And as I said, here's the fold that came in the die, all right? That piece is going to be tucked and glued to the back of this inside layer. So just put a little bit of adhesive here. And you want to center it, but I eyeballed it, so it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So that's that piece. Now you can adhere this to the inside of your card. Like so. Green glue is good when you kind of have to shift this a little bit. Okay. Now when you fold this over, it's not going to fold quite on the score, but DSP is forgiving. So just fold that and give it a good press with your bone folder. All right, so now you have this on here. And then I cut a scalloped circle from the same die set. And we're going to glue the can on top. And I find it's easier just to put a little bit of glue down the center of your circle. And the reason I did this is just to give the flowers a little bit more support because they're going to hang over the top here. All right. And now what I'm going to do is take some dimensionals. And remember, the bottom is hanging off as well as the top. So I'm just going to use 3 dimensionals just to, since it's going to be interactive, just so it gives it a little bit more support. I'm just going to mount that on here. Okay. And I do have a little bit of an overhang. So if I could find my scissors, there they are, I can just cut that piece of dimensional, just slice it down the center and roll it off. Okay, there we go. So a few of my little butterfly gems. Easiest to use take your pick tool and pick those off. One of the little ones, one of the bigger ones. Okay, and last but not least, I created a little bow with my cinnamon cider ribbon, and there is a hole here, and I didn't want to thread it through because then when I tie bows it'll come out cockeyed. So I decided I would just take glue dots and put them on either side of that little opening. And then just attach the bow by pressing it into the glue dots. And just the back part of the loop is stuck down. And there you go. Sweet fall card, really nice and easy. And what's neat about the size of this tag is you can use those remnants that you have because it is not that wide. This piece happens to be 1 7/8. So you can use any scrap of DSP. You don't need very much at all to do that. I hope you enjoyed today's card. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy stamping.